16 arches spanning the Vltava River, the Charles Bridge is a defining landmark of the Czech capital Prague. In times past, Bohemian kings traversed it on their way to be crowned. Today, it's a tourist magnet, photographed by hundreds of thousands of visitors from all over the world. But now the bridge is under threat, at least according to Martin Kadman. He's on a mission to rescue the structure and shows us why.
Here you see a newly placed stone. It should have been worked by hand, but this was cut by a machine. The company under contract has no experience with stonemasonry, so they just do it with machines.
The restoration company not only used the wrong stones, too many were replaced, and the old ones simply thrown away. That's the verdict of Petr Jirasek from the Monument Office in Pilsen. The Czech Culture Ministry commissioned him to examine the bridge. The result was a 130,000 euro fine for the city of Prague for botched construction work.
We think a fine at the upper end of the scale is appropriate. In our opinion, the bridge has been damaged. It's an important monument, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Where else should such a fine be levied, if not for a monument like this?
Critics say the restoration materials are too modern and entirely out of place.
Instead of using a normal mortar mixture for the expansion joints, they used soft silicone putty. Just press your key into it. See what it looks like? That's simply not something that belongs on a Gothic bridge.
City Hall rejects the allegations. The project was discussed for 20 years, it says, with all interested parties. What's more important is that the restoration work lasts.
I see no fundamental problems. The dispute is about the concept. That was that the bridge shouldn't have to be repaired again in 5 years. We want the new work to hold for at least 30 years.
But preserving the cultural monument's original state is a matter up for debate. Prague's mayor recently opened an exhibition on the history of the Charles Bridge. Construction work began 653 years ago, and since then it's undergone continual repairs and maintenance. The bridge has been damaged by floods time and time again, most recently at the end of the 19th century. Many of the stones date back a mere 40 years. Zdenek Bergman, the director of the Charles Bridge Museum, says no one knows what it originally looked like.
The dispute is about details, divergent specialist opinions. But the humbug it's become has a certain political aim that has nothing to do with the renovation.
King Charles IV, who first commissioned the bridge, would probably not be impressed. After an inspection by a team of UNESCO experts, there's still no mention of removing it from the list of World Heritage Sites.